Welcome to the Imagine Not Being Leeds.
Imagine not being Leeds, not feeling this pain, not dancing through thunder, not walking through rain. Imagine not rising with fists in the air when the world turned its back and no one would care. We've lived in the ashes, we've drowned in defeat, but still we stand proud on our battered old feet. Imagine not loving with all that you are. Imagine not being Leeds.
We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
We do love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Now then, everybody, welcome to the instant match reaction. Everton 1, Leeds United 1. Missed opportunity there. Massive missed opportunity. Yeah, I'm gutted. I'm gutted with that. And I know Farke's going to come in for a lot of pelters, so get your comments in and we'll try and go through it best I can. Massive numbers on my watch along. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for everyone who's tuned in. Thanks for everyone who's going to tune into this. Again, massively appreciated. If you can smash that like. And yeah, subscribe if you're new here. But let's get into it. First half, outstanding. Second half, probably worst half of football in a long time. Worst half of football we've seen for 2 months at Leeds United. That absolutely a joke. And Moyes doing similar to what Farke did at Man City, obviously to a different level. I think what Farke did at Man City were a lot better than what Moyes did today. But Moyes changed the game, changed the direction the game we're going in. I think if Moyes doesn't make those changes and Leeds carry on at the level we ended that first half, I think Leeds go 2-0 up fairly early on. I predicted that. I thought that's how it would go. But the way he changed things at half-time, changed the shape, brought on Dewsbury Hall, brought on Dibbling as the half went on, I thought he totally took the game away from Leeds United. And we're lucky, so lucky we come away with a draw there. I think if DCL puts us 2-0 up, I think it's game over at that point. I really do. But yeah, poor. I'm going to get in your comments and we'll go through it. Matty, mate, all right. But for fuck's sake, can't keep a lead. It's a joke. Yeah, it is, JB. Gutted with that. A point is fine, but it's not good enough. It doesn't give you confidence now going into a tough Arsenal game, going into, games after that. It doesn't give you much confidence that we can kick on from that because we've really ended the game poorly. The only thing you've got to take out of it is we didn't lose. We didn't lose. Hey up, Tezza. Christopher, that second half is why I don't like Farke. I'm not going to go there in not liking him because I've been lauding him for the last few months. But that was poor by Farke. Very, very poor by Farke. Needs to be better than that. Rob Kershaw, evening, mate. It's Shaggy off TikTok. I have your version of Leeds United track on loop in the car. Love it. Thanks so much, Rob. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for letting me know that. Love it. Looking a bit tired second half. Maybe need to change early, but I'll take a point. You've got to try and put a positive spin on it, guys. You've got to try. You've got to do your best to not get wound up by that. I know it's difficult, very difficult not to get wound up by that because it's a tough pill to swallow. How many away games have we drawn now where the game were there for the taking? So many. So many games have been there for the taking, and we keep letting ourselves down. We keep coming away. To be fair, I can't even say we come away with less points than we deserve because we're probably second half we deserve to lose that game. But in terms of where the game was to where it ended, we should have kicked on and got that second goal. We should have done, and that not getting 3 points is on Farke today. We could have got 3 points. That first half we needed to just continue it, and he couldn't counteract the changes that Moyes made. And he's an established Premier League manager as Moyes. He's been around the block. He's seen Farke there and he's done a number on him. Imagine not being Leeds, yeah. Not even going to complain. The players were meh, played all right, but not good enough, mate. They look knackered. They look like, for me, the players first half did brilliant. Second half, when the changes came from Everton, they needed Farke in the dugout to impact the game. Farke, for me, didn't perform today. I think the lads tried, they worked hard. Let's be fair, they kept the shape. They're always going to give opportunities away. You're away from home. The other side's, creative players. They ended the game with and die on the pitch. Dewsbury Hall, Dibbling, some great players. Barry with a good finish, not a bad player, even though I've sort of dissed him a bit. Not a bad player. But Farke had to step up and performed today, and I don't think Farke performed. I think he got the lineup right. A lot of people said he didn't get the lineup, but I liked it. I thought first half that proved the lineup were right. But when the opposition manager makes proactive changes, you have to be ready to do that too. Even if on 50 minutes you look and think, Dewsbury Hall's in that pocket, getting a bit, I need to change something here. Just make the change. Don't wait and wait and wait. Proactive subs is something Farke doesn't do very often. He's done them of late. Today, back to the Farke of old. But it was still good enough to get us a point. 6 points clear with a superior goal difference. Let's not lose his mind over this. We've still got a point. We haven't lost today. It feels like a loss. Again, leading away from home. We've done it so many times this season, still come away without 3 points. We drop a lot of points from winning positions. But again, that was such a poor... We got a point. We're not getting relegated. We're not going to go down with that level of performance. Poor performance, still get a point away from home. Not many sides do that. Great first half, shite second half. Probably lucky to come away with a point. Still got a point. We're hard to beat. No matter what you think, we are hard to beat. And that's how I'm going to take it going forward. Arsenal, there's a lot of players there, and Daniel Farke. They have to show us something. Because if we're off it, if we have a second half like that against Arsenal, it will be 5 again. I've been saying be a different Leeds United at Ellen Road. And I still believe it will be. But if we play that level of performance, we'll be lucky to get the right, the wrong side of a 3 or 4-0. We'll be lucky. So, yeah, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed that we couldn't continue for longer. I've said a lot this season as well. 90-minute performances, no matter how well we've done, and we have done well this season, there hasn't been many 90-minute performances. There hasn't been. I thought at Newcastle that was a 90-minute performance. It was the added time that did us. But I don't think we've played many full 90-minute performances. And that today was, probably a good 40 minutes in that first half. And then after that, we were chasing shadows for large spells that second half. Right, dropped 2 points, West Ham, Burnley, but we're moving to Arsenal. So that's all we can do, Jonathan. But yeah, drop points potentially. Again, when you're leading, it is drop points in it. But look at get away with winning end. Disappointing result. Gruev for Tanaka didn't work. It didn't. Gruev had to come off. And I like the sub. I like Tanaka coming on, obviously. But yeah, it didn't work. Feels like a loss. That's why Farke hasn't been tipped for other jobs. 100%. 100%. I'm not. What you're not going to get from me today is I'm not going to hammer Farke. I'm disappointed. Did Farke do well today? Didn't. But he's got enough credit in bank lately for me to accept a 1-1 draw and a poor performance from Farke. I can accept that today. I'm not happy about it. I'm certainly not an happy clapper. I've not been Farke's biggest fan for a long period of time. But of late, he's got it right. Today, he got it wrong. And hopefully, he'll hold his hand up and say that. Probably won't, but yeah, 100%. Shocking drop-off in the second half. Champions League first half. Yeah, Craig, it was brilliant first half. Feels like a loss, not changing it sooner. So frustrating after being in front. Smash the likes from that. Yeah, smash those likes if you don't mind. Really appreciate it. 70 likes. He's 327 in building. Again, crazy numbers. Smash us a like on this stream, please. Let's get over 100 likes as quick as possible. Really appreciate it. We are lucky, but we are staying up. We are. Yeah, that's a big takeout for me. That's a big takeout. You've got to remember, there's no Biol, there's no Gabby Goodmanson. We have injuries. We're still looking at strengthening in January. It tells you we are missing a few still. We do need a little bit more quality and a little bit more of a thicker squad, and we're looking. But you've got a number 2 goalkeeper that now has overtook number 1 because number 1's so poor recruitment in summer for the goalkeeping spot. Darlow made a great save today as well. I thought Darlow played well, but a one hairy moment. And you look at that back 5. It's Bornau's in there, Justin's on left-hand side. It's not a proper set back 5, back 6 with keeper. It's all fairly new. Square pegs round holes to a degree. Thought Justin played out. I thought Justin and Stack, I would say, were my 2 man at matches. I thought they played better for longer. I thought Aronson were unplayable for 40 minutes in first half. You can't sit in defending Prem for 45. Chris, you can't. You're very lucky if you get through 45 minutes just sitting back and not conceding. The possession in that second half, look, 31% possession second half, 53 in first half. And you've got to be happy with a point though after how poor we were second half. Yeah, rubbish is a word I choose. Second half, rubbish. I think Farke should have changed his system earlier, but Buonanotte looked decent. Yeah, look good. He's going to look good. He's going to look. He's going to catch the eye when he plays. He will. Slow subs again. It's a criticism of Farke that he'll always have. It's not new. It's not new with Farke. 2 points dropped away, especially with Arsenal coming up so disappointed. Yeah, I mean, that would have been a nice little buffer to be back on 8 with Arsenal coming up, because obviously there's a chance we'll lose to Arsenal, and if West Ham win, it goes to 3 points, and then panic starts setting in, and even I start panicking at that point. But they've got to go to Chelsea. We've got Arsenal at home. There's a chance neither of us win, and that still stays at 6 points. But I'd fancy us at home with our own form to give them a game. Yeah, it's going to be same sort of notion, and it's so poor. When we needed to adapt when they changed things and leaving it till the 85th minute to make subs. Yeah, the one sub he made early on 65 minutes, 60 minutes, which seemed early-ish. It didn't work. Tanaka came on and was as poor as Gruev. And I thought Gruev were decent for staff, but so poor. Farke wasn't proactive in making changes. Called it 5 minutes before the Everton goal. You could see it coming, Gangeen. You could see the goal coming. There's no two ways about it. You could literally see they were going to score. It was no surprise when they made it 1-1. JHS says a fucking point. Can't draw our way to survival. I think you can. Don't want to, but I think you can. If we drew every game now till the end of the season, we'd stay up, wouldn't we? We'd have over 40 points. Yeah, so some of these away performances, Jay, should have been wins. You know, at least 2 of them should have been wins. But should this have been a win? Some will say yeah after the first half, but over the course of the game, probably not. Sick of sitting back when we go ahead. Just can't invite. We did it in JB. We did it in Championship though, didn't we? We did it in Championship. We don't always do it. We don't always sit back and try and grind out a win at 1-0. We don't always do that. Sometimes we do go for that second. We saw it in Championship though. I said it a lot. We'd be 2-0 up sometimes, and we'd sit back and think, "You're playing Preston. Go put 4, 5, 6 past them." And we'd just sit back and play possession-based football. I thought tonight, as good as our defence was at times, I do think we gifted them a lot of opportunities and ball in and around our box by sloppy passing. I thought playing out from back at times didn't work tonight. The Prestas, they had a bit of joy from that. Not loads, but a little bit. We had a few hairy moments. But again, I thought their bench and their manager won them the point, and ultimately our bench and our manager lost us 2 points today. Glad I'm not Farke, as I'm sure. What options he had second half, they were simply better. We needed a 90-minute first half. JB, Farke, I love him, but that's the piss take. He's taking the piss. It feels like he's took piss in that one, doesn't it? It's a mad one. When the game's there, it palm your hand. It's literally there at 1-0 up, thinking outstanding. DCL hitting post a massive one, and it's not his fault. It just happens. But Rayner points away from home, and a few home games coming that are winnable. For fuck's sake, stop moaning. It's all about us staying up the season. Yeah, 100%. It's all about staying up, mate. I actually think we'll finish higher than where we currently are. Me personally, I think we finish potentially above Spurs. Take the point, but the lack of reaction from Farke in the second half was frustrating. He told us to sit in and absorb pressure. Yeah, he did. For me, the lads look out on the feet and they needed help from Farke. Got it with their goal as well. Got down right hand side, cut it back, and I thought Bornau had been brilliant. Bogle didn't get close enough to Dewsbury Hall. Tanaka there goes out, and it's a good ball there. Is it Gale crosses it in? Yeah, it is. And he just gets through in front of Bornau, and it's a great finish by Barry, to be fair. Player I don't really rate. Bornau had done so much right, and he just couldn't get in front of Barry. And for all, and it's literally inches from Bornau getting there first, for all how bad we played that second half, Bornau split second, millisecond quicker, and he blocks that shot like he did earlier in the game. Do you think this is a big reason of why we sack Farke if we stay up? Rowan, I ain't going to say that because I want to see how we finish the season. But obviously there's a massive talking point of Farke's got a ceiling in Prem, depending where we want to go. Do you survive and move on in the summer? Thank you. Your job's been a success, and you move on with someone else. There'll be loads of people say that, especially tonight. But I ain't going to give you that reaction tonight. I've said it in past that potentially that's where Leeds go. But I'm certainly not going to do that tonight from drawing 1 all the way at Everton. It's a conversation for later down the line. It's a conversation if things turn bad and toxic. We're not there now. We're way off that now. There's an opportunity now at home to go play Arsenal and try and right the wrongs of a 5-0 away. Chances are we get knocked from that. Sorry, the likelihood is we get knocked from that game. But what I want to see from Leeds now is a reaction, because the boys, Ampadu, the lads will all know that wasn't good enough second half. Farke needs to know that wasn't good enough second half. And hopefully we improve after this and go again. It's not a disaster result. It's a shit house of a second half performance, but it's not a disaster result. Certainly not a disaster. Performance disaster. Result, still a good result. Still a good result. That's 4 points taken off Everton this season. 4 points against an established Premier League side. I take that. You'd have took that before end of season. 4 points off Everton. What can we get off others? Gutted we couldn't see it out, but I'd have took 1 point before the game. Chin up, boys. Cheers, buddy. Easy win on Saturday. Could say that DCL hitting the post was a turning point potentially. Hey up, Robbo. Shit tactics and subs cost us. Just shows we don't have enough good depth. Richard, I think we do. I think we've got enough depth. I do. For where we are as a club, I think we've got enough. I just don't think Farke didn't choose to use it, weirdly. I don't know why. Stick it out till the summer and get Silver in from Fulham. Yes, we drew 1-1. But a top Premier League manager would have seen. Yeah, well, that's the difference in it. A top Premier League manager there would have been able to maybe halt the momentum with a tactical change. And it just, you know what it is? I'm so surprised in Farke. 10, 11 games ago, this is exactly what I'd expect from Farke. But the change you've seen since City, I would have thought he'd have had he's got the tools on the bench for me. We've seen enough different system changes mid-game, during a game, where we've changed it and it's improved us. And I'm so shocked with what we've seen of Farke lately that it hasn't done that again today. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. The subs, even when things have been going well this season, Richard, the subs are always late. Even when we're playing well and everyone's happy, the subs are always late. A point is a good point. Needs Strand Larson, JB says. I think we get him. Yeah, AO was so poor, mate. So poor. There were no uplift from Gruev. Everybody wanted Gruev off. There were no uplift, brother. There were nothing. Tanaka gave us nothing today. But again, maybe he's trying to overplay. He's only getting pockets of minutes, and he's probably trying to overplay. And it just didn't work for him. Can't keep isolating DCL. Yeah, he looked the most isolated, I thought, today, Jonathan, than he has done in a while. This is why we need JSL. I think he looked the most isolated he's looked in a long time. James Justin, big shout out for James Justin. Let's flip it a little bit, yeah. James Justin, outstanding, I thought, today. In defence, got forward, gets the goal. It's not just a goal. If he hadn't scored today, I would have said he was one of our better players on the pitch. Thought James Justin has made himself, for me, undroppable right now. And I know it's hard to, if everyone's fit, get James Justin inside with Bogle being probably the only player he can come in for. But he's proven decent at right wing back. Proven at centre half as well. I thought he was outstanding when he's filled in there, and he played really well today on an unnatural side. Although to him it's not very unnatural. He's played a lot on that left hand side, but I thought James Justin played really well. Really happy with him. Bourne was not fit enough. No cover at centre half. Tanaka poor on left coming on. Farke needs help on that left. Yeah, we know that, don't we? Tanaka wasn't great tonight. Took a point before the game. We can't be too pissed off with a point, says Matt, but I'm pissed off. We look leggy in the second half, but fair play to Moyes changing it. If Scum beat Arsenal, we can. Forest is a must-win. I'll probably go along with Forest is a must-win. I don't think this one a must-win. Hit the like button, please. This man works so hard for our entertainment. Thanks, June. I'm glad I entertained you. Hopefully I entertained you a bit more than lads did that second half. Really appreciate that. Yeah, smash a like. 339 people watching. I don't get these numbers normally. Maybe I will going forward. We'll have to see. But thank you for days like this. I appreciate you. And we go through it together, don't we? Piss poor. Great draw, but we should have won. Farke needs to do subs earlier. It's the running notion, isn't it? The subs. 3 points at home and 1 point away. No one is turning us over, Matty. Yeah, but we're so hard to beat. Paul, he's seething. Farke failed us. He could have impacted the second half much earlier. It's mad though. Metcher gets a winning goal. Doesn't see pitch. Nonto doesn't see pitch. So many options on there today. Unable to play two good halves. It's a running theme rule. It's not new to us. We haven't played many good 90-minute performances. We've done really well, pockets of time, good first half or good second half, and other one vice versa. What's the point of signing Strand Larson when Farke will only play one striker? I don't think he will, Neil, if we sign Strand Larson. Surely not. But it's something to look at. Potentially, but yeah, Brennan Ollie looks decent. I thought he did. Stack has a real issue with completely running out of steam. Tanaka gave him a gel when he came on. He runs that. To be fair though, he's everywhere. He's Stack. I just think he run himself into ground a bit like Aronson. I think they worked so hard. I think Stack's outstanding. I thought he was one of our better players on pitch again. He was popping up everywhere, popping up on right, out on left. I thought Stack were really good, really good. And I think you lose somewhat when Stack's not on pitch. But he did look decent. We just need to be just 4 or 5 points away from West Ham when we play them. But on last day, that'd be ideal, wouldn't it, Richard? That would be ideal. Big Vern, to be disappointed with a point shows how far we've come. Great point, Big Vern. It does. It does show how far we've come. We've come a bloody long way in a short space of time. This team needs Strand Larsen. I don't think it needs Strand Larsen. I think we stay up anyway. I think if we don't make another signing, we stay up. I mean, just seeing James Justin at left back there's proven that he can fill in there. But we need more. We do. I don't know if it's Strand Larsen we need somebody up top just in case Calvert-Lewin picks up an injury. Strand Larsen is the dream for me. I would love Strand Larsen. I think he's a top player. Please get him. I think we're going to get him. I've got a feeling. Let's put it that way. And left back, you need cover, but James Justin's just proven he's apt. I won't want to see it long term, but we'll see how it goes. Miss Biol, Goodmanson, but not a decent cameo. Yeah, Biol's always a big miss. I thought Bornau played well. I genuinely thought Bornau were all right, but he's not as good as Biol, is he? Good on you, Matty. Mate, great views, pal. I can't believe it, mate, to be honest. Thank you. I can't believe it. Harrison Manuel fuming with that pathetic to sit back in 60th minute. Bornau is shy. I thought Bornau was sound. I thought it was sound. I thought it was all right. Again, it's opinions, mate. It's opinions. He's not Biol. I'd have Biol in every day week, but I thought Bornau played well. DCL scores and we'll win. Very unlucky, but a point from home is always fine. Yeah, and I think if we go 2-0 up, I don't think that second half plays out like that at all. I really don't. I think we hold on to a 2-0, to be honest, if we go up. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, you can't. And they're not great side, Everton, but they're a well-coached side. You've got to give them that well-coached. In hindsight, I'm looking at it now and I'm like, good job Jack Grealish wasn't playing, because I think with Grealish, they'd probably beat us. I thought Ndiaye first half were outstanding. If they've got Ndiaye and Grealish on in first half, it's probably more of a struggle that first half. Everyone needs to calm down. A point away from home, I'll take that. Yeah, Larry Pink. It's a decent point, poor performance. Feb to me is always a business end of the season. We'll need to keep pushing, driving on, especially with other horses in the race, investing in this window. You guys are good. You'll be all right. I hope so. Forest at home is now a must win. I mean, we've still got a game before that, so we'll see how it goes. But you don't want to be losing to Forest at home. I mean, we owe them one anyway. So we've got to go beat them, haven't we? Facundo is better than Brendan. He probably is technically better, but right now Brendan's definitely one of the first names on the team sheet. Jonathan says, battered Everton first half. What went wrong second half? 3 subs on 85. Not happy. I mean, we moan that his subs are late on 70, don't we? And to leave the bulk of them till 85 were craziness. We're crazy. I agree with that. We were better in the first half. We were better in the first half than they were in the second. The problem is we were poorer in the second than what they were in the first. Do you get what I mean, Clive? I would say our bottom level in that second half were worse than their bottom level in first half. But I agree. I thought the best football got played by Leeds United today. Unfortunately, we were only for about 35 minutes in first half. I disagree, pal. Farke didn't get it wrong. DCL should have made it 2. AO came on and was poor. Again, showed why we'll move on. We kept losing. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. He scores that goal, we probably win that game. Ayo Tanaka came on, and that's his performance for being poor. That's not Farke's. But I don't think he made the right option, brought the right players on. I don't think he left them too late. The system change needed to happen to combat the system change that Everton did. So for me, Farke could have impacted the game more than just bringing a like-for-like Tanaka on for Gruev. I like that sub. But yeah, that's on Tanaka. But I think after the Tanaka sub, 5 minutes after that, you're hitting 70 minutes. And for me, you're looking at it there going, it's still not right. You need to bring someone. And to leave it another 15, Kershaw, I think it's a problem. The AO sub, that's on AO not performing. But from that 70 minutes when he'd already been on 5 minutes, I think there needed to be those 3. Or maybe not them 3. Maybe I can't believe Metcher didn't touch pitch. I cannot believe Metcher didn't touch grass today. Can't believe it. Darlow with a really good save. Again, proving why he's favoured as number 1. Yeah, I agree with that. And that's it. Espen, he ain't playing many games now. So when he gets these, little pockets of minutes, he's having to probably try too much, and maybe that's it. He's trying a little bit too hard, and he looked really poor. But again, he only got 25 minutes. Get Glasner in. Yeah, a lot of people talk about Forest. Mad in it, that Yorkshire Peacocks. It's mad. Mad. A lot of people are saying that, Espen, as well. Again, time and a place to talk about it. If he keeps us up, it's a success. For me, you let him go again. A lot of people saying success, thank you, goodbye. Bit of a splitting fan base. I would assume there's more people wanting him to continue than not, but yeah. I don't think Barry were that good today. He got a goal, but mate should have took Gruev off and Metcher, stuck him up top with Calvert-Lewin doing all the work again by him. Yeah, I agree, Jake. I can't believe he didn't come on Metcher. Mental. Drawing our way to survival. I'm not convinced is the most. No, it's not, mate, at all. I'm only nobbling. If we drew every game now till end of the season, we stay up, don't we? Because, we do. What we're on now, 26. There's more than 14 games we'd stay up, but it's not the way, I want us to go get that. I cannot believe we haven't won more than one away game all season. I cannot believe it because we've played well away from home at times. Cannot believe we've only got the one away win. Drawing away from home, though, is sound if you win at home. We beat Fulham, Arsenal, but Forest at home has to be a win. That has to be a win. Everton fan here. Anyone saying Sat Farke? Yeah, it's mental, Stephen. It is mental. He's done so well to turn it around. I'm over at moon with where we are now. 6 point clear to West Ham. The team are hard to beat. We've got a goal scorer up top he's on a bit of a drought now. What's it? 3-4 games about, but scoring plenty of goals this season. Players playing out of position. Players who weren't getting minutes 6 weeks ago are now starting for us and making an impact and playing well. Darlow's, I'm happy. I'm happy where we are. Disappointed with the performance second half, but happy with the result really, and not convinced it's going to go down south off that second half performance. Still think the lads will take so much out of that. They'll take so much confidence out of knowing, shit, this is poor, not sticking. We're not playing well here, but to come out with a point. Was convinced we were losing after they scored, take the point, but I'm still just, yeah, of course. Matty, do you think Willie is on his way out now? Yeah, not in January, but yeah, in summer. Yeah, 100%. We are going to beat Arsenal. I love that, Espen. I love that. Was Metcher injured? I don't know. I don't think so. He was on the bench. Thought DCL was not isolated in the first half. Aronson all around him. Yeah, first half, yeah, seemed instruction. Second half, isolating whatever reason. Second half, he had no one around him. Yeah, first half, I love it when Aronson's playing that way. He's got the freedom to sort of roam, and he pops one left, pops one right. I never thought that'd work, and at Newcastle it did. Having him as that second striker, just in behind DCL, it works wonders. Just didn't work for 90 minutes today. And second half, DCL had nobody near him. Yeah, and you know what it is with Okafor? Okafor will lose the ball a lot. When I look at Okafor, I want him to try and make things happen, Kelvin, so he will lose the ball a lot. For me, his performance is just been so below par at the minute. It didn't impact the game when he come on, but then again, he had no time really to do anything. But he's been poor and he deserved dropping today, rotating, however you want to view it. I think Okafor needed to come out at the side today, and he came on with what, 5-6 minutes left. And yeah, it was we weren't pulling it back at that point. Tanaka and Okafor aren't good enough. Gruev sub was a surprise, especially away from home. Mark Whiteham, can't believe after the results lately where you get a draw on people already call. Yeah, Mark, I don't think it's the majority, is it? And I don't think anyone really wants him sacked tonight. I think a lot of people just say he's limited, he's proven it again. Let's address it in summer. Whether you agree with that or not, it is what it is. I can see both sides of the coin. I think he's done brilliant, and if we survive even by a point, there's an argument that he's succeeding. You keep him and you go again. I've seen enough adaptation and flexibility from Farke to now have faith in him, and I have faith in Farke now. This was a blemish. It was a mark on his name, and that would have poor on that. But then again, how many players have the odd performance what's poor and below levels? It don't mean next week's going to be the same. It don't mean now we're just going to nosedive. It doesn't. I got it spot on, Matty, lad. We looked poor second half. He looked very leggy too. Point is a point, lads, onwards and upwards. I don't think we were that bad second half. We defended well and still looked dangerous, but you can't give up that much possession. Farke need to change it. Are we doing, this is just asking, are we doing Everton a disservice by saying we were shy? Were Everton really good, or were we bad, or were it a mix of two? They were good, we were poor, hence why it looked such a golfing quality that second half. Craig, fine margins. We couldn't keep the ball and had no options to get us up the pitch. Anyway, we would have snatched your hand off for a point before. I don't think I don't know if people would have snapped your hand off for a point, to be fair. I think a lot of people were okay with it. I don't think it was the majority, though. I think a lot of people thought we could win this. DF asleep at the wheel once again. 34 subs were needed after 70 minutes of Stack and Aronson were knackered, but the horse bottled when they levelled. Yeah, Kem. A point away, 3 at home, still good enough. Keep marching. Yeah, I agree. Rock and Medic. Bornau was manhandled by Barrett. Again, Farke. Graham Johnson. It wasn't Farke who changed the formation against Man City. It was a player pressure led by Ams. We don't know that for certain. All I'll say is, regardless of what the players may have said or not, which I would like to think players do have a say in the dressing room of where they think they should tweak things, whether the manager listens or not is another thing. But Farke still gets credit for me at City, regardless of what people think. He's a manager, and he turned it around at City. And since that, it's not player power led from that point on either. City was still lost the game, but since that, it's been a massive improvement. Pre-City would have probably lost that today. Again, reactive, not proactive. I agree. Yeah, Metchi should have seen pitch. This performance should tell Leeds fans that Farke ain't Premiership material. What another shit show. David. So gutted. I think we still deserve to win once we get Strand Larson and Chilwell left back. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens at window, mate. Let's be positive. 6-point gap. Better goal difference. 1 defeat in 10. We should be in the top 10. Clive, I'm not too sure. We should be in the top 10. we've shown moments this season, haven't we? Strand Larson desperate to come for his 5-minute cameos. Yeah, I think not bringing Metchin on what a bit of a mad one, considering how well he's been doing recently. I really do. I thought Bornau were really good, just not for the goal. Yeah, he got beaten. It were only marginal as well. He just got in front of him, didn't he? James Justin is a proper Swiss Army knife of a player. There's not a position that he's put in where he doesn't shine. He looks brilliant. Like I say, he's played 3 positions in recent weeks, and he's looked great in all of them. He's been arguably our better player for the last month, I would suggest. Not going to lie, that second half was very poor. I thought Farke got it wrong with the timing of the subs and choice. Tanaka, I think that was one of the worst performances off the bench from needs a response, yeah. I mean, we'd all be mourning him not starting and not playing minutes, and he goes and, serves us that up, and Farke probably now he doesn't see pitch again for another few games. We need 5 wins, 41. Can't see anyone getting that in the bottom 3. Surely 38, 39 is enough, surely, but we'll see. William Morrison out. Bill, thanks for super chat, buddy. Appreciate it, my brother. Bornau saved our bacon at least once tonight. He did a couple of really good blocks. Barnowl. Ian Jackson, great first half, but we take a point. Oh, Hummer. Wow. Might be a few that agree with you on that. Yeah, he did have an easy pass to Brendan, mate, and he went out. Yeah, I agree. I saw that as well, mate. And James Justin, class act. Dazzler, thought it was outstanding. Ian Bannister, I agree with you, Matty. We staying up about without a signing. Yeah, I think we stay up regardless. I really do. 3 subs that late is ridiculous, says Clive. Hey up, mate. The Leeds gamer. Hi, Matty. Is it wrong that I'm disappointed with? No, is it heck, mate? You'd be daft to be buzzing after that. We're deflated because look how the game ended. You can't be buzzing after that. You're buzzing, you score to go 3-3 at home against Liverpool, and you get that, you snatch a draw from the jaws of defeat. You're buzzing with a draw. Then you're not buzzing with a draw when you've been 1-up, played outstanding first half, and then your levels have gone from being up here down here, and you've held on for a draw. Very lucky, really. They hit the bar, no, we hit the post, but that second half were only going one way. And Farke couldn't turn the tide, unfortunately. He couldn't pull it back. Yeah, it's very much everyone's got the same sort of point on it. When does a point away stop becoming a good point and start becoming points dropped? I suppose it comes down to the performance. And based on the 90-minute performance, it's probably a good point. Because it was shite in second half. So we can say we'd lost 2 points, we were winning. Over the course of that 90-minute performance, it's a good point. Because that was as bad as we've played in months in second half. Don't matter how good we were in first half, because second half, we were so shy. We'll look at it come over a point there. So for me, it's a good point with a shit performance overall. I think they both go, Paul. I think in summer, Tanaka goes, Gruev goes, and Nonto goes. And maybe, depending on money, Strauch. I think you've got to look at some people you can make profit on. There's profit on Tanaka, there's profit on Nonto, there's profit on Strauch. And I would love all 3 of them to stay. But at some point, you've got to sell to strengthen. Yeah, they were 15 minutes too late. DCL and Strand Larsen would be unbelievable. Would be unbelievable for us. Really would be. No two ways about that. 194 likes, 428 people in there. I'd love to get to 300 likes if that's possible. If you're watching and you haven't liked, please smash a like. Yeah, it really helps the channel out. Much appreciated. Agree, wins make us safe. Draw puts us into relegation position. I think we can get something against Arsenal. I think we can, but not with that performance. They've got to play a hell of a lot better than that. Might I remember this season after we won the Division 1 title, we didn't win any away. Oh, no, we didn't, Bremner. What a shocking defence at title, wasn't it? Clive, oh, wow, no way can we keep Farke for next season. If we stay up, we're one of the most attractive jobs in Europe. I agree we are one of the most. Outside the European spots, if Leeds are in the Premier League, we're at the top of that next sort of like bracket, aren't we? And we risk relegation by keeping him. I can't disagree with that because you just don't know, do you? You know, you don't know. But I honestly think we go on to better things this season. I do. I don't think we're going to nosedive. I still think we're going to finish maybe 14th or 15th. I genuinely do. And I didn't used to think that, but I do now. I think we finish with more than 40 points, genuinely. I think we pick up probably 15 or 16 points at home still. And then I don't think we only win one away from home. I'm certain we get another away win, one or two, hopefully. So there's every chance we end up with mid to low 40s, which at that point, there's a conversation Farke stays. But yeah, there'll be people in here, people watching, people not watching who think a change needs to be made, even if we stay up and end the season well. And at that point, I don't really want to have that discussion now because I'm happy. I'm happy. Look what we're doing. It's brilliant at the minute. It really is. I don't want to go there. Farke deserves our respect and loyalty. And that's where I am with it at the minute. A bad performance, but still a point. That's the measure of a good side. Play poorly and come out with a result. Do you think we sell Aronson in the summer or try and to sign him to a new contract? Well, depends how we end the season, John. He's had a purple patch. And that's all it is at the minute. We need to see, a bit more longevity to it before you tie down a player like Aronson. We did it with Bamford once. Bamford tied him to a new contract. And then it was injuries, don't get me wrong, but we didn't really get that value back then. And we ended up, Jack Harrison gave him a new contract, ended up tying him down too long. You need to sell when players are at the peak value. And right now, Aronson's at his peak value. So there's a conversation that maybe you sell him on. But I don't want to. I want to keep him. I think in Farke's system now, I think he's a really important player and he looks like he's improving. So I would keep him. Andy Story, I appreciate what you do for us, Andy. It's what you do for me too, for tuning in and watching. Because if no one's watching, then I won't be doing it. But I won't be doing this if there were nobody watching. So the fact that you're here giving me those sort of comments just strives. I just want to strive and do better and get bigger and grow. Not bigger in terms of I'm big enough, but I just keep being myself. I'll keep coming on here and doing it because I enjoy it and I enjoy comments like that. Thank you so much, man. It means the world. I think we're looking at getting our points from home games. Away points are a bonus. Could we really ask for more pre-season? Probably not. I think the problem is we've lost points from winning positions away from home and only won one away game. So, if we'd have beat Sunderland or we'd have won today and just those couple more points, cushion being 8 points, it's just so many moments this season. Bournemouth at home, Fulham away, so many moments where you're like, fucking just that bit more of a buffer. It's just in reaching distance and we haven't been able to quite grasp it. That's annoying. It's annoying because we could, it's good, but it could have been so much better. With a better manager that welcomes creativity, we may see more creative players. Farke not the man for the next level. I don't think he's a man for the next level. But is that next level next season? Or, is it survive again? We went 3 seasons. We went down his 3rd season last time, which is nonsense, really. When you survive first 2 seasons, you should be staying up, shouldn't you? It's nonsense to go down in your 3rd year. We fucked up massively then. If you are sitting back, but why bring on Tanaka? Longstaff is... I honestly thought Longstaff would come on for Gruev. I was surprised to see Tanaka, but I ain't going to lie, Mark. Hindsight's a great thing. When he brought Tanaka on, I was buzzing because I thought, right, 25 minutes Tanaka, go make something happen. And he couldn't get into the game. Should have gone 4-3-3 with Nottingham on the left, but not on the right for me. Harrison, but you may have done, Harrison, but were you saying that before game? It was always a defensive setup, but what we saw in that first half were anything but defensive. And the second half, for me, ended how I thought the lineup looked. Like when I saw that lineup and got the first half, I was like, how did that lineup and those players do that performance. It were unreal. It were attack, brilliant down that left-hand side of Aronson. That lineup then reflected second half, probably not as pot. It shouldn't have been as bad, but I sort of got the lineup for, let's sit deep, absorb pressure, and try and get out of here with a point. That's what the lineup maybe looked like, but the two different performances, both sides of half time, and I can't quite weigh up why it was so different. So I'm going to give Moyes credit. I'm going to give David Moyes the credit because if they don't make those changes, you'd like to think we just continue that second half as we did first half. Yeah, so that's the problem. So I've pulled Farke before for his man management and says, I'm not too sure certain stuff goes on and why ain't he playing him? And it's a bit of a personal issue maybe. And I've been hammered for that, saying he's great man management. He's, look at what he's done with Firpo, with James. I get that. But certain people, and like when you score the winner against Fulham, and I'm not saying it's horses for courses and different strokes, different folks. Maybe Metcha just don't work in this game. Whatever. We win that game. I ain't even talking about Metcha not coming on. But it's not a great message, is it? Like, my prediction for this team was Okafor on bench and we start with two up top, and Metcha deserves to start with DCL in a two and make it really difficult for their defenders. Let's give them a proper physical battle up there. But you reward Metcha for, again, turning a 0-0 at Ellen Road to a win. Done it twice this season. Scored clutch moments. Your reward for getting us 3 points at home is not playing a minute of this game. Not a minute. Bear in mind, this is a player that normally gets minutes even off the bench. So unless it comes out he's injured, and we've all got to sort of rescind that sort of thought and comment, that's fine. But for him not to get a minute when he's just won your game in a clutch moment at home week before, confidence sky high. Love Metcha off a bench. Think he's a great option to come on late in games. Would have deserved a start for me today. To not get a minute, that's not great man management for me. That's Paul on Metcha's part. What's he thinking now? What's he thinking? Joseph, we may disagree, mate, but I thought Bornau looked a couple of really good blocks. I thought Bornau played well. I thought he played well. He's not going to be at Biol's level. He's not. He's a backup centre half coming into a tough game away from home. Everyone's going to look at Bornau and is he at the level? He was £5 million. I think he's doing well. Just nipped in front of him, did Barry. A split second more and he wins that ball. Does Bornau? He's not fantastic. He's not a world beater, but I thought he were okay, Joseph. I thought there were a lot more worse performances today than Bornau. I don't get it. Agree, Smith. Ramazani got no minutes really after his injury, and Okafor's been worse this season, I think, for giving ball away and not looking as interested as what Ramazani was last year. I thought Ramazani not being interested last season was a fucking myth. I never got that. He should have been playing more minutes. Problem is, last season he had Solomon, and there's an argument that Solomon's better than Ramazani. Probably is. Okafor doesn't have anybody else on that left-hand side really vying for that spot other than a system change. Aronson, Metcha, however you do it, Okafor maybe don't, unless you see none of the players on left. Some will say that. But he hasn't got somebody, maybe a competition as much as what Ramazani had last year. I do. Did it for what? 2 games? 2.5 games, John? Fantastic. Haven't really seen it since Metcha got injured. When Metcha's been coming on, it's been coming on wide left. Okafor needs to be better. Other way to look at it is we got a point away from home against the team pushing for Europe. Game of 2 halves, take the point. And that's the way to look at it, really. But it's hard, isn't it? It's hard to be positive after that. Positive for the season, I think, should still be there. And the belief should still be there. Take so much from a performance when lads will take so much from that. They'll be able to tear, they'll sit at meeting, they'll be able to tear shreds off pretty much, 75% of that team and say that Paul could have done better. We need to improve this. But we still got a point. You get a result when you're playing poorly. It's a measure of a good side. Great content, Matty. Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much, mate. 4 points out of 6. Really appreciate your super chat, Michael. Really do. Thank you so much, man. Don't care what anyone says. Metcha would have put that chance away when DCL at the post. MOT Dublin White. Say up, Paul from Dublin. Thanks for tuning in, brother. I can't quite get over numbers tonight. I actually can't get over numbers. It's been bonkers. I'm not saying Farke out, but I am pissed off. I hope you're not saying Farke out, Paul. I'll drive to Wales and do you, mate. What you on about? No one should be Farke out right now. Fucking hell. Is there anyone saying sack Farke morning? There can't be. It's all right. We were all right. I feel it was equal, but Farke needed to do something. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Richard Dewsbury's always going to make a difference. Like I said earlier, mate, we were lucky. Grealish wasn't playing. Yeah, he did, to be fair. He did. Farke presser. Right, Chase Kershaw. Everton did nothing with the possession. Darlow had nothing to do. AO should have done more to stop the cross. Good point. That's what he's going to say, innit? If we can, Strand Larson, a left back, I'll be happy. Yeah, that'd be a superb window. AG, my mate, Ayo, buddy, evening all, points fine. Should have been 2-0 up at half time. Moyes was always going to adapt and improve them. Farke didn't react. He should have. Frustrating point in the end. Yeah, great point. Poor performance. Frustrating to drop 2 points. But when you're poor and you leave with a point, it is what it is at that point. A lot of points in there. Brendan, great for staff. His mistake and poor decision making. Erraticness creeps in when he's knackered. Can't understand why Farke can't see it and make changes. Yeah, I mean, Brendan could have come off 10 minutes earlier for me, but he run himself into ground. He's knackered because he doesn't stop running. Him and Stack look very leggy. Farke should have subbed them off earlier. I don't know, Mr. P. I really don't. Let's be fair, as a centre half, having DCL and Aronson, or having DCL and maybe a pumped up, fired up Metcher, who's just got your winner at Ellen Road week before. That's a problem for anyone, innit? We'll always concede, Matty. That's why I'm happy with a point. Yeah, Craig, I thought we'd win 2-1. I knew we'd concede today. I knew it. I've not listened to him. This is poor from Leeds. How on earth did they not win? Well, we didn't win, Josh, because we were so poor in second half, mate. Didn't deserve to win game based off at 90 minutes. We didn't deserve it. We really didn't. So on that basis, I'm happy with a point. Because we didn't deserve to win that, we really fucking nowhere near deserve to win that game. So it's one of them. At that point, you've just got to accept the point and move on. Poor performance, it's going to happen. We're not always going to play well every week. I'm not there, George. I'm not there, mate. Still no love for Farke. Don't get it. 4 out of 6. Yeah, Ming, you've got to give him his flowers for what he's done. If you look at the results from that City game onwards. It's decent. We're not going to play well all the time. We're not. That's not, for me, that is on Farke today. He had the players on the bench and he's proven to have more than one system up his sleeve. And he chose today to leave the players on longer than they needed to be left on. And that bench with hungry players who've been coming on and making a difference of late, were not seen good enough, early enough. And for me, they could have made a difference. We needed to stop the tide, and he gambled, and he wasn't proactive, and Moisey was, and it is what it is. I say Moisey like he's my best mate. Moisey, me and Moisey. Farke does wait too long, says Mickey. Make change, and the changes that he does make in the game don't always make sense, but he has managed to keep us out of the relegation hunt. He deserves his fair chance. I agree, buddy. Aye, Matty, everyone needs to chill. Leeds are staying up. Yeah, Nick, you're not going to get a meltdown from me. I'll go through comments. I'll give my balanced opinion. If it is balanced, I hope it is. I can see all sides. Of course I can. I'm not an idiot. Well, I am an idiot, but I can see all sides on this. 1 defeat in 10. Can't complain. Problem is, it's probably like, one loss in 10, but about 14 draws in 10. I know that's mathematically impossible, but Leeds could probably draw his way into that situation at the minute. But again, the draws, you take a draw over a loss. Problem is, a lot of these draws have come from winning positions, so you're always going to have a bit of a backlash. If we sign JSL, there's no way you can drop DCL. So if you sign JSL, then it's a system change and it's 2 up top all the time. Which for me, Mr. P, Metcher's good enough right now to be playing as 2 up top. Really should. We really should be playing with Metcher and DCL up top for me. Give Farke a bit of credit. He moved Road onto the right side and Bornau tight to Barry. I thought Bornau did well. Yeah, I like that. Richard, what right do Leeds have to be higher? Still lots of championship players in the squad. And it will take a couple of seasons to build the depth to even be considered mid-table. Didn't take our chances. Yeah, decent comment, that, buddy. Leeds still not safe from that drop zone. I mean, I'm confident based on what I've seen over the last few months, George. But yeah, mathematically, we're still in it, aren't we? We've got Arsenal. Chances are, we lose that game. Chances are, I think we can, give them a game, but we'll see. And then Forest, I don't think this one a must win. Forest probably is, but don't forget. They've got to go to West Ham. Have got to go to Chelsea and win. Good point, but DCL should have won the game. Jamie, Leeds capable of getting something against Arsenal on Saturday. Leeds have a chance of staying up on course. Yeah, and that is it, Kershaw. We are on course for 40 points. We need 14 points from how many games? How many games are left? 14, something like that. 15? 15 games? Fine. I love both your fullbacks. I think they are both class. Cheers, Jack. Say our starting fullback went in today, and I thought James Justin did really well. Are we playing one up front against them, two against Arsenal? What are we doing? Don't know, mate. We'll have to see. I do think Justin at left back against Saka defensively is a good matchup for us. Probably more than Gabby. I want Gabby to be fit, obviously, but I do think James Justin, when Saka's cutting in onto his left, I think James Justin can cover that left-hand side really well. If that is who is to play against Saka, I think he could nullify him, to be honest, I really do. We've got a long time to wait now. You know, they've got a couple of days rest on us. We look knackered today, and it's Monday. Arsenal played Saturday, I think, or it's Sunday. Either way, they've had an extra day or two's rest than us. So will that play into it? Because we did look knackered that second half. Yeah, fair. That's fair by Moisey, innit? That is fair. We should have scored more in that moment. We didn't miss clear-cut gilt-edged chances. I know DCL should have put one away, but it wasn't a horrendous miss for me. When Gravenstack got booked, I was calling for tonight. Yeah, to be fair, we got 2 bookings very quick for our central midfielders. And you look at the bench, we've got a couple on there. That probably took the bite out of us a little bit. I agree with that. Point away is always a good point. Yeah, Derek, I can't disagree with that. It's just a performance. It's left us feeling flat and a bit shitty. Michelle Doherty, we are staying up. Thanks, Michelle, for that. Really appreciate that super chat. You're a legend. MOT, we are staying up. Perry's gone too. Perry's still there, but he's going to be a bench option, isn't he? If Tanaka, Nonto and Strauch, we have to go for a better class of players. This team lacks quality across the squad. Yeah, we've got a couple of nuggets of quality in there, but we knew that, didn't we, Mr. P? We knew we didn't have an abundance of quality. We knew that. We've known that from the summer. We had a team that will work well together, decent characters in there. It's one unit. There isn't many players, like you say, maybe Okafor's the only one. I look at him and think, oh, bit of X factor, or I thought. But Anote again's coming, and I think he's probably going to elevate the quality up top when he gets an opportunity. But it's just a really honest, hard group, hard-working group, a well-coached group in the last couple of months. Farke has got better. Today is a black mark on Farke today, but it's not detrimental to a season. It's not detrimental to his job for me. It's just a poor 45 minutes, and Farke couldn't bring it back. And that's all it is. I went to work today, and I probably just did enough to get by. I could have done better. Luckily, there isn't thousands of people watching me needing a result. I just did all right. I went through the motions, did my work and come home. Not every day you can be up there. Some of the players were up there. A lot of them were below standard. And Farke didn't help the side for me. It didn't help when they needed to. All we've got to do is look after ourselves. We'll get the points required to stay in the league, especially if we strengthen by the end of the window. Even without strengthen, I think we're fine. But if we strengthen, add a couple of points to what I think we're going to get. Yeah, I agree with that, mate. It's hard to sort of move him out, though, isn't it? I mean, I think he's quite happy sitting there. Farke is a great manager. He's been great. He's had a great patch. I think he's a good manager. I don't know if he's great, but he's had a great patch that's made me reevaluate my thought process of Farke. He's always going to slip back into his old ways. Today we saw it. Hopefully we don't see it again. 48 points and somewhere around 13 players. Bremner Ghost, that sounds wild. But as you know, I did a predictions table, went through all the results, and we're totting them up, and I had us on 50-odd points. But I don't think we get 50-odd points at all, if I'm honest. But I would take 48 points now. Bite your hand off, as everybody would. I better finish. Bit better finishing the first half. The game would have been out of sight. Can make it difficult for anyone we need to be looking up. Yeah, I agree with that. If Leeds at Arsenal beat us 5-0 again, we deserve to go down. Let's give them a game forested. Yeah, we need to give them a game. We need to prove. For me, when we got tanked by Arsenal 5-0, look at the difference in side. We were shy. Totally different side. Now it's next weekend's a time to show the difference in that Leeds to this Leeds, and I firmly believe we will. Harrison's had a good season and decent. World Cup, people go for 40 million. Wow. And Leeds will probably take it. Derek, I don't get the negativity about Farke. It's ridiculous. Yeah, negative about Farke. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm happy where we are right now. Farke wasn't great today. We move on. If we survive, perhaps we look to improve on DCL. Mr. P, thanks for your super chat, mate. Really appreciate that again. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know if he can improve on DCL for a side like us. I'm not going to lie. I think Strand Larsen is an improvement on DCL, but I think he comes in to partner him. Honestly, in my opinion, as a number 9 for the way we play, I don't think there's many better 9s outside that top 8. Really, I genuinely don't. I think for us, where we are now, I think a fit DCL is as good as we can hope for because he isn't a free. That is, £0 isn't his valuation. That's what we got him on, and we were lucky to get that. But a fit DCL, I think, is an outstanding centre forward. And if he stays fit, we'll get 10 to 15 goals next season. He'll get 10 to 15 this season. He'll get him next season. If he plays 30 games in Premier League, he'll get 10, 12, 14 goals. So I'm not sure. I think JSL is a better player, potentially long term. Guarding a goal, 1 goal lead at halftime is not our strength. It's not Mr. Wilson. It's really not. 444 watching as I type this. Well done, Mate. Cheers, Andy. 346 now. Crazy numbers. 258 likes. I'd love to get to 300, but I can't moan at anything tonight, can I? Other than the second half performance. Your support tonight's been unreal, unmatched. Never seen out like it. And just drives me to get better, do more content, even though I don't know how much more I can do than I already do. But watch alongs popped off. Makes me want to do watch. Every time I don't go to a game, I'll try my best to do a watch along. Really enjoyed it. I hope everyone who did watch along enjoyed it. We got really good feedback. Can we afford a new level manager, a next level manager, and the players they would want? I don't even want to talk about that in a minute, mate. I really don't. Yeah, I know. 8 games this season where we've conceded after 90th minute. Oh, mad, that, innit? With these extra points, we might have been in a good position. Yeah, we'd be up there where Sunderland are, wouldn't we? Roger Spence, always enjoy your content, mate. Keep it going. Roger, I will keep it going. I come on here and myself, and that's all I do. No special effects, no. Apart from on a late night Leeds, which I think I've had like 18 new subscribers tonight, which is, yeah, sometimes I get 18 a week, like 18 one day is mental. I hope all the new subscribers will come on Friday and watch Late Night Leeds. I said it earlier in my watch along. Late Night Leeds is my baby. Me, AG, and Boss Nass. We put on something totally unique for the Leeds YouTube scene, I think, on Late Night Leeds. So yeah, make sure you come across and tune that out. Terrible strategy after taking the lead. We've done ourselves tonight. Credit Everton though, and credit Moisey. Late subs again, and how can Farke believe DCL suddenly thrive alone again? Subs at 82 minutes. Nonto needs time. Yeah, the thing is, we say a lot, don't we? Tanaka needed time. He got 25 minutes and looked shy. Do we think he didn't put him on because bringing in Metcher? I don't know. I mean, it's daft, isn't it? Not to bring Metcher on because you may be signing JLS. I think it's daft. He needed to come on for me. Forest have bid 35 for Mateta. Strand Larsen at Palace guaranteed. Andy Toon, I don't think it's guaranteed. It depends on structure. If they come in and pip us, then fair enough. Because as far as I'm concerned, we're very close to getting that deal done. But if Palace probably have more cash, don't get me wrong, if they put a better deal in front of Wolves, Wolves will take it, and that is the worry. To lose. To go from winning that to dropping 2 points, if in the next couple of days we get picked to JSL by Palace, bearing in mind we're very close to getting that deal done. We are very close. That's going to be a proper shit couple of days for Leeds. We've been on an upward trajectory now for a few months. Even bringing in Buonanotte out of nowhere, fan base was like, get in, this is unreal. If we now lose Strand Larsen to Palace on top of this result tonight, performance and result, I suppose, before Arsenal, it's going to be a poor week as a Leeds fan, that. So spot on, Matty, not utilising Metcher, very poor. Crazy. Farke doing a good job, says Peter. Good point on the road. I love that comment, mate. He's a good point on road. Poor performance, good point on road, though. I believe he kept DCL on for their set plays. Bremner Ghost, I love that. Interesting how half-time there were no sign of Farke out, since full-time there, swarming like Highland midges. Mark Whittam, JSL and DCL together up front will bully Premier League defences. I agree. I think it'll be outstanding. And I don't think Okafor should be getting as many minutes as he had this season. He's been garbage, can't keep the ball at all. Why does Farke not play to our strengths and go for the throw? 65 mins, he should have had Metcher on. I think Metcher should have seen pitch today, not Okafor, but it should have been earlier. Scoring early is the worst thing that could happen, and that is on Farke. You take it, though. You take the early goal, don't you? Yeah, is Okafor better than Ramazani for 16 million quid? Is he? He needs to start showing it. He should be. I thought he was. Is he? Not sure. For 16 million quid. The two we've got wrong, really, massively wrong. So far, is Perry and Okafor. So far, it's about 30 million quid, that. Still time to improve. I don't think Perry is it. Okafor has it somewhere deep down. I think he's got it. He just needs to show it more. But I'm surprised at how much Farke's put trust in Okafor. I know he got dropped today and he should have done. Farke is an average manager. He's not Premier League material and needs to go. Is he a Championship manager or is he a mid to low end Premier League manager where we are as a team? Is he at the club he should be at in terms of right now? Leeds United, where we want to go historically, the future. We look, everything about Leeds is huge, bigger than it's the biggest job Farke will have in football. I've always said that. I don't think he ever leaves Leeds to go to a bigger club than Leeds. It's impossible with biggest. I don't think he's got that in locker. But is he probably where we are as a club? Is he there, or are you saying he should be at, Middlesbrough, someone at the top in the Championship? Because a lot of people say that's where he should be. Is he one of them like a player where they're not quite good enough for Prem, too good for Champ and middle sort of? But for me, he's shown so much in these last few months that I've got to give him my faith and backing. I don't know, everybody on here that's questioning him still wants us to go win, still. And I understand today it didn't help the side. But look, we've had a really good run. And I'm not willing to throw a towel in yet. I'm not. If we get beat by Arsenal, it is what it is. Forest, again, I had my meltdown after we got beat by Forest last time. Will I have another meltdown after Forest this time? We can't have it slip away from us. So many good results at weekend for the teams in and around us, and Leeds feel like we've let one go today. Spin on its head, like you would of anything in life. Look for the positives. Shit second half. Great first half. Showed that the players have got some ability. Shit second half. Still got a point. So that's how I've got to look at it. Life's hard enough, man. Life's hard enough. Poor starting lineup, but the first half were brilliant. Think tank. The first half were brilliant, but he had to change it up at 60 minutes, 55, 60 when it wasn't working. He had to, and he didn't. The lineup for me wasn't the problem. I thought first half was some of the best football we've seen. I loved this first half. Thought it was brilliant. You keep saying that, Andy, too, and we'll see. And if he does, he does. If he does, he does. We don't go down because we don't sign Strand Larsen. But I tell you what, the ambition of the club will start getting questioned if we then yet again miss out on a top target. We had it with Pajau. We had it with Wilson on deadline day. We need to stop going for top targets and not getting them. If we're going to come out and go for them, then go get them. No question. Just go get it done. I know Leeds didn't want that made public, Strand Larsen. That wasn't down to us. That didn't get leaked our side. It definitely got leaked from Wolves' side because I want a bidding war. But if we miss out on Strand Larsen, it's annoying. But it doesn't derail our season. We haven't got Strand Larsen now, and we're 6 points clear of relegation. We can still stay up without Strand Larsen. We can still stay up without covered at left back. It makes things a little bit easier, though. And I want to see the board back the club. I want to see the ambition now. Go get it done. Parag signs negotiations of contracts out in his sleep, apparently. Go fucking do it. Go do it. Don't want to be nailing men all the time. Because that deal is there to be done if you're just brave enough. And right now, end of January, maybe this is a weekend of results, everyone. What maybe the board needed to kick their ass into action, because we've seen it so many times. Great January. Now we'll be fine. See it all the time. It happens a lot at Leeds United. Decent Jan, don't need to invest. Still been a good Jan. We haven't even lost today. Still been a decent run. But maybe with other teams just picking up a bit of form, maybe it's just that little kick up the arse the board needs to go, fuck it, let's get him. Let's just do it. Let's not gamble. Let's not wait. Let's get him left back, right. Let's go as a unit now. You've got everything. You've got every tool now needed. Goalkeepers up. That's how it needs to be for me. Shooting practice required. Oh, wow. Abdullah Rahman Khalifa. Thank you so much. I'm bad with the pronunciations. Abdullah Rahman Manlaki Khalifa. Thank you so much for that, buddy. That is, I'm just going to Abdul Rahman. There we go. That's better, isn't it? Abdul Rahman. Wow. Good evening, bro. Good evening to you too, mate. Thank you. If we get Larsen, he will score goals to guarantee us in the Premier League. Europe qualification is not impossible if we go on a run. Thought the goal we conceded was cheap. Still happy with a point. Thank you so much for your super chat. Means the world, mate. Really does. Thank you. And yeah, Larsen, I think, comes in. If he comes in now and gets, I think he's good for 5 to 8 goals, even in the last 15 games or so. I think he can be the difference maker. I think we stay up anyway. I think he's that guarantee though, where you just go, there's no way we spend 40 million. I know it'll be a loan with an obligation, or there'll be some sort of, it isn't just a case of giving him 40 mil, but there's no way we show that level of ambition and still go down. He doesn't sign for us if there's any sniffers going down for me. And then, yeah, European qualifications sounds crazy right now because of how the fan base is feeling, but we are only, a couple of wins again from moving up. It's not that big a gap. It's so congested from 6 down to 14th, 15th. Abdullah Rahman, you're right. It's so congested. And the performances have shown we can mix it with the best sides in the league. So why can't we continue? One poor half in a couple of months, which that is one really poor half in the last few months. And I know there's been other poor performances. That one really stands out, that as a really, really tough half of football. And we weren't at it. It doesn't derail what we've put in these last few months. It doesn't. And you are right, a couple of wins and you start looking up again. And I'm still looking up. I'm not looking down. Thank you so much for that, Abdul Rahman. Really, really appreciate it. You didn't have to do that, as everybody didn't, but I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Legend, man. We need to get 14 points from the 45 available to get to 40. And I think we get there. We're past 40 for me. We do. We need to be 3-0 up before Farke turns into a flat back 9. Because he can. A flat back 9, I love that. 288 likes, 348 watching. Please smash a like if you haven't already. It gets me to 300 likes, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Farke will just try and defend from the whistle against Arsenal. I hope not. Would at home have a go? He'll be very nervy of having a go because we got beat by 5, didn't he? Kevin Wilson, I am Matty. I wish we could adapted to Everton's change of system in the second half, but we held on for the draw. We did, and we did hold on. As awful as it was to watch, we did hold on. DCL, anyone seen him win his header and flick it on? No one near him, so he chased it himself and nearly got onto it. Yeah, so he did that a few times. Second half, he was winning stuff like he always does, and there were no one around him picking up second balls. Second ball pick up, second half, or poor. Arsenal play midweek in Europe. Yeah, they will do, won't they? They will do. That's the biggest thing for me. 9 days off and we look knackered. So what have we got now? A 5-day turnaround, and we've got to go play Arsenal. That's a tough ask. Nick, Leeds will do it, no problem, mate. I am a Barnsley fan, so think how I'm feeling. Class, man, class. Andy Toon's there again. Okafor Championship level, says Peter White. Oof, that's harsh. I think he's a Prem player, but then again, I don't know. Farke, a great manager, laughed my ass off. Cupid stunt. I'm old enough to remember when foreign players were given time to adapt to a new league. Yeah, I mean, it's Premier League. It's very reactionary in it after the game as well. But there's a couple of players we've brought in, regardless, whether they're at the level or not, we'll have to see. But yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, coming from other leagues and the weather and being away from home and all that plays its part. But I think when you're coming in for 15, 16 million quid to Premier League, all eyes on you, you've got to be good at football. You have a pre-season. I know Okafor didn't get one at Leeds, but yeah, you need to be doing better than what they've done. They've been in long enough now, since July, August. Yeah, when you spend that much money, there's no guarantee in football. But where we are as a team, we need a bit more than we've been getting, I think. I don't think we get JSL. This is a charm offensive attempt at a sign. It looks good. So we try, but 20 super chat. Oh, thanks to your channel if we do get JSL. Cheers, Mr. P. I'll take that. I think we're going for him. I do. I think we genuinely want him. Farke would have been relegated 3 times in 3 attempts. Wilder has been relegated once. Got Sheffield United to 8th. What about well done Farke for getting his 11 right the first time? Yeah, I've said that, Jack. I thought it was great. Performance first half with a side that not many of us sort of play that way. Bremner goes 15 games to go. All those that are sat on the bench now are likely to be starting over the next few months. I hope not, Jamie. People asking for Farke to go deserve relegation. Mental opinions. Yeah, Kershaw, it's mad. It's mad. Exactly. No GG, no be-all. We've had a lot of adversity this season when it comes to injuries. We've had a hell of a lot of injuries to key personnel. Only other week against Scum, we had no Bogle, no Ampadu, no Rodon. 3 most key players we've got at the club. Keeping Farke next season will be madness, says Clive. I don't think it's madness at all. A lot of people are going to say that, but yeah, I'm not too sure. All said and done, Farke picked up 4 points out of 6. Yes, should have got 6, but 4. Fire Beast. Honestly, I don't think you can ask for much more than that, to be fair. Point away from home, we won his own game. Problem is now it's Arsenal in it. That's the issue. We can't rely on not having key injuries to avoid disaster. It's crazy. Yeah, Mick. You'd think so, mate. You'd think so. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Arsenal says the Leeds game. Arsenal's is a tough game. Forest is one we need to win, in my opinion. Yeah, that will be a must-win, won't it? The hierarchy, we're in the stand. Let's see what happens in the next few days. Hopefully, they invest to build a team. I think we get Strong Larson done in the next couple of days. I really do. I really, really do. Stephen, I don't agree with that. Leeds are going to struggle to stay up. Based on what? Why are we going to struggle to stay up? We're not struggling now. We're not struggling now at all. We're playing some good stuff. We had a poor half of football and still come away with a draw against a side that's what, top 10, 11th, in and around. Less the negativity, support the club. They are doing good. Yeah, John Pepper, exactly. We're doing well. Farke needs a plan for when teams match our system. Yeah, I agree with that, Remy. That's constructive. I understand that. Farke wasn't great today, and he should have done better. And he needs a system for when they find us out. And he's done it. He's done it recently. He's done it. We've seen him in and out of in games. The flexibility to change, to impact games with subs. We've seen it. A weird one with Metcha not coming on today. Weird. Leaving subs so late. Weird. But these things happen, don't they? Why shouldn't us as Leeds fans settle for survival when Sunderland are top 10? Brentford and Brighton are both smaller clubs, yet are far better than Leeds. This isn't good enough. Yeah, but Brighton and Brentford have got years of Premier League sustainability. You know, Sunderland have done freakish stuff, but I think Sunderland are on the slide personally. And we'll see where we are come game week 38. We'll see. We'll see. Parag was in the crowd. That wasn't a good try from that second half. I wouldn't have gone unnoticed. Is this run a really good run? It's not a really good run, no, but it's a run. It's a run. Hey up, Edwin. I hope you're good. I hate feeling negative. Well, I ain't even feeling negative, to be fair. The board is happy with the perception of ambition. Bill, we're doing well. Clive, you're getting some hammering chat, mate. Darlow should have gone down for time. Oh, you said we should have employed dirty tactics there. Be nice in chat, please. We don't have no falling out in my chat. We never do. We never do. Smash a like, people. Cheers, Mr. P. 309 likes, mental. 316 still watching. I'm gonna call it a night there. I'm knackered. I've been going since 7:30. I'm up for work in morning, nice and early. So I'm gonna give it an end there. But Bill, thank you for your super chat. Michael, thank you. Michelle, thank you. Mr. P, thank you. And Abdullah Rahman, thank you so much for everyone's super chat. Thank you to each and every one of you that's commented and watched tonight. Honestly, I know it's been a shit end to the game. I get that, but we haven't lost the game. Thank you so much for the support. I cannot believe it. Genuinely cannot believe it. Yeah. Night all, great show. Night today. Thank you. Good man, great chat. I've tried my best to get through it. I'm not used to these numbers. If they keep coming, I'll do my best. I'll do better. I'll keep improving. I'll do my best. But yeah, that was crazy. Thanks for all the love, support, mental. Thanks, Matty MOT. Thank you. One more point closer to staying up. Thank you so much. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to play us out with one of my songs. Just remember who we are. Remember, we are Leeds and we are bloody marching on together. Love you all. Take care. Good night. God bless. Smash a like on your way out. Please subscribe. Bye-bye.
Here we go with Leeds United. We're gonna give the boys a hand. Stand up and sing for Leeds United. They are the greatest in the land. Every day we're all gonna say we love you, Leeds, Leeds. be there. We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Marching on together, we're gonna see you win. Na 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 na. We are so proud. We shout it out loud. We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. We've been through it all together, and we've had our ups and downs. Ups and downs. We're gonna stay with you forever, at least until the world stops going around. Every day we're all gonna say we love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Everywhere we're gonna be there. We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Marching on together, we're gonna see you win. Na 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 na. We are so proud. We shout it out loud. We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. We are so proud. We shout it out loud. We love you, Leeds.
Good night. God bless.